Please welcome to the stage Franziska, Giffey.
Yeah, good morning, everyone, and congratulations that you have managed to be so early here in this room. I was yesterday together with the mayor here, and as a vice mayor, I welcome you, all of you here in the town hall. I'm responsible for economic affairs and energy affairs in the Berlin government, and I'm very pleased that you are all here, that the Asia Berlin Summit can take place after a long period of Corona and a long period of non-being able to meet in person. So we are privileged to welcome all of you here in the town hall, the leading thinkers, leaders, investors, governmental or non-governmental organizations, representatives of cities and startups, people with a lot of expertise and perspectives, and in the forefront, people who are interested in the cooperation between Asia and Berlin. A very warm welcome to all of you. We in Berlin work together with our international partners to improve the life of people and to improve the life in our city and the big metropolises in the world. The Asia Berlin Summit is a special event to make contacts and new cooperations. And yesterday you already made some new contacts and cooperations, and you made the interaction about mobility and green technology, and today we have a very, very interesting topic, sometimes a little bit scary topic, I guess, artificial intelligence. And you never know if your speech is written by ChatGPT, right? So I try to make it a little bit freestyle so that you are sure it's of mine. No, but I really made an experiment, and I quote now ChatGPT, and it's really amazing. I mean, quote start. Asia and Berlin, two powerhouses of innovation and technology, have played a crucial role in the global AI revolution. Asia, with its diverse economies and rapidly expanding populations, uses AI to drive economic growth, improve efficiency, and enhance the lives of its citizens. Berlin, a thriving hub of creativity and entrepreneurship, has fostered a vibrant AI ecosystem that encourages collaboration, experimentation, and the development of new and cutting-edge solutions. Quote, finish. Yeah, but I mean, it's really scary. I mean, it's good, right? So, our finance minister, he said already, okay, what is with the department for making the speeches for all the ministers? We can reduce it. No. But, okay, the real question is, what do we make with all this, right? What does it mean for our economy, for the universities, for the homework of our kids? And what does it mean for our democracy? Last week, we had a huge conference here in Berlin, the Republika. Maybe you have heard about this. That is a conference about the digital society and all the future trends, and people from other countries and from Germany come and show their new cases of new solutions for the digital society. And one impressed me very much. Not only the fitness tracker for the plants in your room, so very nice. But the other thing was the AI podcast. A startup in Berlin invented the AI podcast. And they said, okay, we mix different, very comfortable voices and make it in an artificial voice. And you can put everything. You can make a travel guide for Berlin, and it's made by a nice podcast. Or you can make some advertisement for Berlin as an economic place to invest, yeah? Very nice. And then he said, you can make your own voice. Ms. Giffey, I just need 15 minutes of your voice, and I can make everything you want out of your voice. And he was so excited. And I said, oh my God, of course you find in the internet 15 minutes of my voice. Of course, I'm a politician. So, yeah. But what does that mean? And he said, you cannot clarify if it is real or not. It sounds like it's really real. And he was still excited about his big invention and his startup idea. And I thought, okay, what does that mean for the democracy, for election campaigns, for the news that go over the international broadcast or whatever? And what does it mean for the people who are in the situation to be able to decide, is it news or is it fake news? Is it real or is it not real? And that is something that is a big challenge for all of us, thinking about all these wonderful opportunities of AI. What does it mean for our societies, for our economy, for the way we learn and we teach in the future? What do we teach our children? My son is almost 14 years old, and of course he has already checked out the possibilities. And yeah, I mean, what do we do with our children? How do we teach them to be a responsible citizen, to be a person who can decide what is real and what is not real, what is important, what is not important, what is true and what is not true? And so today we really have a topic in this Asia Berlin Summit which is crucial for the future of all of us. And that's why I'm really, really honored that Dr. Fayuk Su, Senior Vice President, Global Head of Artificial Intelligence at SAP and Chairwoman of the Board of Asia Berlin Forum is here. She will make a speech and will tell you maybe how we can solve it, yeah? How we can use it, how we can solve it, how we can protect, how we can regulate things which we would never have thought before maybe. I mean, we have problems and solutions for questions we didn't have maybe some years ago, yeah? It's totally new. And I'm also glad that Tina Klüver, director at Kids AI here in Berlin, is here, and Mr. Hendrik Remy-Guéraud, founding director at Merantix AI Campus. So you will experience today keynotes and discussions that will explore the reason why AI is important and how it's even become more critical in shaping the future, and what does it mean for our economy and even for humanity. And I think this is really truth and worth it, to think about it and to discuss and to clarify what we have to do in the future. And besides that, of course, I'm very, very, very pleased, and let me say that the Asia Berlin Summit is here in Berlin and will start to make this new cooperation fields that we have to focus on. Yesterday, there have been a lot of talks already, a lot of meetings, even for me as being responsible for the economic affairs of our city. We are really interested to make Berlin a very, very attractive city in the future, to make Berlin climate neutral. And you know, the German government has said our target is 2045. We want to be quicker here in Berlin. We want to make it earlier. And that's why we have to invest in the efficiency of our buildings, in our mobility, in the renewable energies, and also in the transformation of our economy. And so to say, we want to be one of the most innovative places in Europe. We have here already the biggest startup community in Europe. People come here, they invest here, and the talents are attracted by the city of Berlin. And maybe when you have been in the city yesterday, you will get an impression why the people want to come here. Because Berlin is the city of freedom. Berlin is the city where you can live and laugh like you want. Berlin is the city where we have 170 different nations. And Berlin is also the city that shows that walls and borders can be overcome. You know, I'm born in Frankfurt, not Frankfurt at the Main, but Frankfurt at the Oder. Some may say, okay, Frankfurt at the Oder, what's that? It's Eastern Germany. It's Eastern Germany. I was 11 years old when the wall came down. And I must say, I would have never thought that I could stand here at the Asia Berlin Summit, people from all over the world coming here in a free city, in a democratic city, in a city which is going to be the future city and which is open for solutions from all over the world. And so I hope that this feeling, the spirit of Berlin, of freedom and diversity and a lot of opportunities will also catch you while being here. And I'm also looking very much forward for my travel to Jakarta this September. Yeah. So greetings to the Jakarta delegation. Of course, we will also have to travel. Not only that you come here, but we are interested on what you are doing, and we support a startup innovation hub in Jakarta. We will open that in September, and I'm very, very much looking forward to see what you are doing. And I think the governor, right, was here last year, and he told me about the Yaki app. Do you know the Yaki app? Yeah, that is an app where you can have 60 different public service solutions in one app. Yeah, and I said, okay, what we really, really need is the Burly app. Yeah, so because yeah, you know, there are a lot of jokes about the Berlin administration, but it's better when people say. Yeah, so maybe you know that. Who's from the administration? Who works in the administration? You are from the Berlin. Yeah, very good. I mean. You know, every time the people who work in the administration, when you ask at a party, what are you doing by profession, the people say, okay, I work in the administration. Sometimes they are a little bit shy, yeah? But I hope that the people who work in the Berlin administration, someday, they are proud to say, I'm the one who is working for the city and who is taking all the efforts that the city is going forward, because we have a lot of good people in public service, a lot of people who take care that we come over the crisis and that we can manage the future questions. So applause to all the people who come from the public service. And last thinking, last year we made a startup agenda for Berlin. The startup agenda is a strategy how we can push the city forward in terms of the startup ecosystem. And 5 things are important for that. We defined 5 crucial points we want to bring forward. First thing is Berlin, the city of impact. We want to invest and strengthen in sustainability, of course. The second, city of talent. We are expanding talent development, especially by supporting the role of trainings, universities, and incoming talent. And you know, imagine you have new startup entrepreneurs. What do you see in your mind when you think of new startup entrepreneurs? Most of them, young men wearing white Hemden. What is Hemden? Shirts, yeah? And you ask, okay, where are all the women? Here are some, very good. But you know, I know that is also in other countries the case. When we look at who is the talent which is really founding and making a startup, we have only 1/5 women. And I always say, it cannot be true that the talent and the competence is only 1/5 women. It must be more. And we have to put and bring this forward. And that's why City of Talent means also supporting women in doing that business. Okay, City of Impact first, City of Talent second, City of Enablement third. we are harnessing the contribution of startups for a digital and modern administration. That is important. I already said about something for the public service. And the fourth is our huge value here in Berlin. Berlin, city of diversity. We are promoting diversity, especially female entrepreneurship in the startup ecosystem. We are promoting that people from all over the world can work here, can enhance their talents and their competence. And the fifth, Berlin, city of cooperation. We are enhancing the development and networking of startups, SMEs and universities. We have a lot of universities and we want to connect the research work with the operational work of economies. And so we are very much interested in this translational process of research results into real economic growth. And as you can see, the Asia Berlin Summit fits perfectly in these 5 strategy points: impact, talent, enablement, diversity, and cooperation. This is what Asia Berlin Summit is about. And for that reason, I think you are really right here to be the second day of this conference in this wonderful Red Town Hall. So I can only wish you a very fruitful conference day. I hope you enjoy the city, and I hope that we meet somewhere in your countries maybe, and I will start with Jakarta. I hope a lot of will come soon, and I hope that you who think about where to invest, where to make a business, there's only one correct answer when you ask us. Yeah? What is the answer? Once again. Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Senator Giffey, and we wish you a fantastic day with, very interesting texts and discussions with your colleagues in the Senate, with very little AI-created Vorlagen. Who can check? We just learned. Who can check? I mean, the text was amazing. Huh? It was really impressive. So this is what we will dive in right now, right? So thank you so much for coming.
I have to leave now because the Berlin government, the Senate meets now in 10 minutes. So I have to go there.
Thank you so much.